welcome to Rebel Gaming TV, or Rebel Gamer, I should say. Thank you all for joining me in this uh, little get together. So, what we are doing is that we will be doing some GTA RP. And if you don't know what RP is, it's role playing on GTA. I'm using a 5M little source, and I'm playing on a 5M server called PGN Enterprise. This server is run and owned by two co-owners, and they have three servers. You got Classic, which is for strictly for streaming and their use as well. You got Enterprise, which anyone can join as long as they meet the requirements, where actions have consequences in this little server. So if you, let's say, steal a car, it will alert the in-game police, and these police are not AI, they are players. These players will get an alert and try to track down the car. If they catch you with that car, you will be sentenced. If you have done some robberies, you will be sentenced. If you murder, you will be sentenced. The sentencing is, I want to say, applicable to any sort of scenario when it's dealing with crime. If it's like the maximum, oh, you're a mass murderer, you will be sentenced to the maximum amount of time. If it's like, oh, you're just jacking people for money or for their car or guns and whatnot, then you will be sentenced for so and so amount of time. The way that this one works is that it's going to be heavily involved and heavily on hand, so no monkeying about. You got a third server as well, which is PGN Underground. It's a server where basically anyone can join. You don't have to be a full-time streamer, you don't have to be a streamer at all. You can come, do your RP if it's within the rules, and just have fun. You get to meet new people and you get to enjoy and do a whole lot of things. Now, the requirements, I'm not going to list them all. If you want, you can try and go to the Discord that is applicable. If you get to 5M and you try to join without being whitelisted, it'll give you a option to join the Discord, and then you get to see which servers you get to be whitelisted for, have the selections, yada yada yada. But you do have to be 18 and over. We don't allow no teens or children to be on these servers because it's a heavily influenced server and it's a lot of toxicity to a certain extent and whatnot. But it's not too, it's not really bad at all. I'm making it sound worse than it actually is. But it's a lot of fun and a lot of doing this, doing that, making that bread. And since you're joining me here today, what I am in this eco server, I'm part of a gang. We are known as the Road Reapers. What we do is we protect our own, whether that be our allies or those under our protection or even our members themselves. We are a cohesive family. If one is in trouble, we all go to that one to help them out. If one is causing stuff, we have to lay down the law in our own way, in our own form. We don't like cops. We definitely don't like cops. We don't like tattletales or snitches and whatnot. We try to do our own business, our own deals, whether that be jacking cars, growing stuff, making stuff, or robbing even. And we try to keep it under the radar as much as possible. Now, my position in the gang is I am a sergeant at arms. I'm one of the original members. We do have a road captain. We do have a vice president, a vice president. We have prospects and all of that. So we are not a small group. We have about 8 people, and that's a lot in this server. We are allies with the there's no AOD, there's no loss, none of that. Those haven't been created yet. we are allies with the Niners, and we do have some certain problems with other gangs and everything else. But enough said, let's get into it. Now, you can see here that I am at the docks, and for that purpose is I'm going to be mining this entirety of this little video and whatnot. Now, you are joining me as I'm in a pretty good area and whatnot in terms of level and abilities. As you can see, we have our own cuts, Road Reaper San Andreas. We even have our little jackets. Let me go ahead and take my vest off. We have our jackets. Now, these jackets are for if you want to um, support the club without joining, and then the vests and cuts are for if you want to join and you have to earn them. Let me go ahead and get down here. Ah, now you are joining me as it is a pretty big deal. See, I'm strapped for cash at the moment, and I have a purchase that needs to be made. So, with this in an extent, let me unlock this. What the? It does glitch out from time to time. It's a server that's being heavily updated every now and then. Now, what you are going to see is one of the few ways of making money in here. If, let's say, police are not online, and I can actually show you. Why do I have missed calls? Okay, missed calls and whatnot. But oh, police are in state. Anyway, I work as both the sergeant at arms for the Road Reapers, as well as a mechanic at Mitsubishi Motors. And I mod other players' cars, bikes, vans, trucks, you name it. We don't ask questions at MB Motors, so we just do what we do and we get on with our lives. What happened? Anyway, we have police, we have motors, mainly my motor, we have ambulance, we have district attorney, public defender, attorney general, which is for the police, judge, burger shot, another mechanic, which we are close friends with. We help out each other from time to time, taxis, and Cluckenbell. Um, we do have a problem. See, on this server, there is a little known group that's been causing a ruckus every now and then. They are called the Hungerborns. They are basically cannibals. They will eat you. They will kill you. They will steal from you. All that good stuff. They have pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people. And let's just say that any Hungerborn members are shoot on sight. Shoot to kill. We do not capture. But they are tricky. They have managed to get away from us time and time and time again. It's annoying. But we have taken down at least 9 members. Counting so far. They could have hundreds. I do not know. But we will see. And I'm not going to be playing any music that's featured in game. I don't want to be copyrighted or whatnot. But we do have a little system. Let me turn this off. We have a little system. Road Reaper menu. You can see who's on. My VP is on currently, but we have leader, sergeant arm, nomad, vice pres, nomad, member, and prospect. Now we have other gangs: Musketeers, Zero Trace, Santa Blanca Cartel, Fenrir Legion, Blackfeet Fleet, Niners, our allies, Morambanta Grande, the O'Neills, Private Investigators, little Discord mods every here and there, and Easy Riders. Now, our sections are pretty clear and cut. We both the Niners and the Road Reapers, we mainly stick to Sandy. Every now and then we do have property, mainly MB Motors right here along this highway, and then Road Reapers is somewhere down in the suburb. Or not Road Reapers. Niners are somewhere down in the suburbs. But yeah, this is how we do things. This is how everything's gone. We haven't had a problem with cops in a while, and I'm not looking to get into any trouble. But they have upgraded how we can do stuff, like robbing ATMs, robbing cars, banks, armored vehicles, all that. They have upgraded that heavily from when the server was first introduced, and I'm happy for it. I'm very happy for it. Um, there's not really that much to be shown. Like, I got my machine gun, I got my pistol, I got all this good stuff, all of it. But the consequences here are very high, as high as real life. When you're doing RP in this server, it's basically going to be, oh, you need to do this to get this. You need to follow these rules to not get this punishment. You are joining me after I've done some big hectic stuff. Now, I don't want to incriminate myself, but the police do not like me most of the time. They don't like the decisions I do, they do not like the business I do. But I'm not here to make their lives easier. In fact, I'm here to make their lives worse. If you are someone, or if you know someone that is into heavy RP, that loves RP, that does it on daily, then this server and classic server are for you. And we will very much like to welcome you into our fold. This isn't a recruitment for Road Reapers. This is just a general welcoming and a friendly invitation to join PGN Enterprise, PGN Classic, or even PGN Underground. Mainly Underground if you don't do that many streams and whatnot. If you don't stream at all, even. You can join, you can do RPs as long as they follow within the guidelines, all this, all that. And you won't have to worry because it's not going to be like heavily mandated that, oh, you must join to play or to be on for a certain amount of time to do your stuff and whatnot. No, that is not the way that this server goes, and it is not the way that its people like to play. So you don't have to worry about being forced into doing anything or whatnot. There are multiple other servers on FiveM applications that you can join if you want to, but the choice is entirely up to you. You don't have to worry. Now, mining is a big deal from when you first get into state, and I'm at a high enough level to where you don't really have to worry that much. This mithril ore, it requires level 15 and a certain type of pickaxe, or if you have it, a mining drill. And depending on how often you mine it and what tool you're using, it's how much you yield in terms of ore. You can either smelt it and process it into ingots for your own personal use, or you can go ahead and sell the ingots and or ore outright for a certain amount of money. Mithril tends to give you roughly between 4 to 5 grand a piece, depending on the amount that you get. If you get like 36 pieces of ore, unsmelted, unrefined, then it's gonna be about 3,200 a piece. And for these ores, you usually get roughly the equivalent of two, sometimes five. It's just depending on the drop rate at that point, and also your tool that you're using. So just from that one ore, I'm able to get six, and there's like 10 of these over here. So you don't have to worry, but you do have to invest a heavy amount of time. There's another way that you can get money, and it's through metal detecting. If you want to do it legally, you got to build up your rank. There's 5 levels, and each level gets certain perks. Like base level, you get a whole bunch of junk that you can sell outright. There's no really good use for it. Level 2, you're able to get materials for crafting, and crafting in this server, it's body armor, bandages, medkits, armor that is better than the regular armor that you can craft, but you need a blueprint for that one. And bullets, lots and lots of bullets. After I'm done mining this little chunk, I'll show you our clubhouse, and I'll also show you our little secret stash. I won't show you too much of it because we don't want this being used against us and whatnot. But I will show you how easy it is to actually get a livable home in GTA. Now, this server, PGN Enterprise, you might find it has some similarities and some what's the word? What's the word? Characteristics of a certain YouTuber. And you will be right. He is one of the owners of this. And there's another YouTuber that is an owner of all three servers. Um, at this video, I will put, because this is going on YouTube, I will put the names and the channel descriptions as well as links of the YouTubers in the description of this video. But other than that, it's just going to be a relaxed ride and all of that, so we don't have to worry too much about it. Wait, testing, testing, testing. Okay, I have to make sure everything's good because this is my first time using this to make a video on this server. And I don't really have too big of a problem doing it. I'm just doing this for like fun and whatnot. Depending on how well this video does, I will be doing a series of Rogue Reapers as I'm in state of the server. Now, my upload schedule will be sporadic. It's not going to be having a set time because I do have other things to deal with and whatnot. I will also be leaving a link to my Twitch as well within the description of this video so that we are able to um, always have a good good little get together. If you enjoy this, then please subscribe to my Twitch, but I also have suggested channels within my description on my Twitch channel. And you don't even really have to subscribe to me. You can just come, join, and have fun alongside the other people that will be within this video. And also within the chat if you want. Other than that, it's not going to be too much of a big difference from the norm. I don't really use my YouTube and or Twitch, but just for a little sneak peek, I will be streaming the not Black Ops, Battlefield 6 beta, as I do have access to that. I will be streaming. You can come, join, just chill, or you can just browse around and then jump to the other channels I have on my Twitch account and whatnot. All I'm asking is that you be respectful, you show no hate. We do not tolerate political views on here. You're good to keep your views as long as you don't try to air out any dirty laundry or any current political vibes within my chats, because this is supposed to be relaxing, this is supposed to be entertaining and enjoyable. We do not need no negative Nancy's here. We do not need no negativity brought here. Other than that, it's not going to be too big of a thing. I will try to get into streaming GTA RP more and more as days come by. And if you don't know what GTA RP is, or if you know about it but you don't really participate and or watch it, I highly suggest you do. I used to be just like you before I even got onto the server. Like, I didn't even know the server was created. I didn't know GTA RP would be as fun as it is playing. I didn't even realize that I would meet some incredible people here. And I'm actually mad at myself for not trying it sooner when I had the chance. If you don't have a PC to join, no worries. You don't really have to join to get into GTA RP. You can go to Twitch on your mobile device, on your tablet, or even on a tongue tied, or even on your laptop. Other than that, it's not really gonna be like, oh, you have to do this because I said so. No, 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 no. You don't really need to do anything I say. You can just go at your flow. It will help support this channel and my Twitch and also the other creators that make incredible content every single day that put in the time, the effort, and the ability to make this content for you to enjoy. And I will also tell you this right now. The creators of this server, they're not paying me to do this. I'm doing this off my own free volition, as I really enjoy the server that they're creating, and there's always new features coming to be and always being invented and innovated. Everything on these servers is a work in process. There's no set thing. It will always be different every now and then whenever they do like uploads or updates and whatnot. The creators make some incredible videos, and it's just amazing to see them put in the effort and put in the time. And they're not even relegated to GTA. They do other things like, oh, you want to watch a Minecraft video? Here's this. You want to watch some Red Dead Redemption RP videos? Here's this. Like every single thing they do, it's not tied to GTA. GTA was the base core, yes, but it's not what defines them. It's not what makes them them. They go at their own pace, they go at their own time, and they have fun doing it. And I just want to spread awareness and spread the love and positivity throughout the entire community that will eventually be formed, or those that are just stopping by into their favorite streamer and whatnot. Like, this is some pretty good stuff. I have no complaints whatsoever. As far as video length and duri- tongue tied again. As far as video length and quality, I will try to put out the best quality videos that I possibly can within the amount of time that I have available to me. And for like live streams and whatnot, I will try my darndest to make sure that I'm able to do this as frequently and often as possible. But life will get in the way and I won't have any control over it. But enough negativity, enough poster boy speech. I'll mine these last three ore veins and then show you where to sell this. Then I'll go into the city, see what's happening. If nothing's happening on this server, then I will pop onto the underground server for a time and see what RPs are happening. And also another thing, you don't have to join these if you want to join these servers. You don't have to join these servers as just a regular civ or a moderator or streamer. You can join as like, oh, National Guard or the soap, quote unquote soap enforcers. And I'm not gonna derive the details of this. If you know, you know. And they have a what should I say? They have a guideline, or not really a guideline. They have a guidebook. That's it. They have a guidebook on each of the other positions that you can apply to be in. Granted, it's gonna take some time. They say this in the process of being like edu not educated, evaluated for like whitelisting onto these servers. It will take 2 weeks for confirmation because they will do it at their own time. You must not constantly spam like, hey, did I get in? Hey, did I get in? No, you cannot do that. Everything takes time. If you spam it, that just increases the likelihood of you not getting in if you want to get in. If you are patient, if you put in the effort on the applications that are gonna ask you like, oh, what, why do you want to RP? Like, why do you want to join? And what RP, if you do get the chance to join, are you gonna be able to do, or what do you want to do? But mind you, everything has to be in moderation. You can't want to, oh, I want to take over the world of GTA RP. I want to be president. No, no, no. You gotta take it into moderation. For classic, you start as a low civ that will be able to do small RPs and whatnot. For underground, it's everything has its own set in time. You basically build off of what you work towards. And enterprise, it's kind of the same thing for underground. You gotta build connections, you gotta build trust, you gotta build all that. But if you put in the effort, if you put in the quality and the time, you get places very far. You get placed very fast. There isn't really anything too difficult about it. Underground and Enterprise, they are the easiest to get into. Underground more easier than Enterprise. Enterprise, you gotta like fill out a questionnaire and whatnot, and then at least for me, being whitelisted for Enterprise, it was about a 3 day wait. But it's not always going to be that quick. It's probably going to be longer. It's probably going to be shorter. It's just depending on when you do the application and how well you do the application and who's reviewing it. But there's really going to be nothing that difficult about it, so you don't really have to worry that much. I don't want to fall. Yeah, no, don't dive. Not that. There we are. Also, once you get into either Underground or Enterprise, I do suggest you take a look at the keybinds. Hold up, let me show you. You go into settings, you go into key bindings and whatnot, enter, and then you go directly to FiveM. You skip all the regular GTA Online stuff, you go directly to FiveM. I do suggest you look through this, place which ones you want, which ones can do what, and so on and so forth. Like let's say I want to where is it? Helicam and whatnot, that will be available for if you have a police duty in this server and whatnot. This isn't strictly relegated to police, it's just for right now because that's the only uh, job that allows helicopters and whatnot. But where is it? There's a radio section in here somewhere. Where is it? Probably at the bottom if I'm. Yeah, see, talk over radio. So I have it set to my scroll wheel. You can change this, do everything that you want with it. Show high player names. This is if you're admin, you can change it. Open radio, I have it set to F7, which actually I'm gonna do something else. I will delete this and put it as numpad 9. See? Number 9. And I'll just back out. Number 9, I'm in radio. Might as well be in it as well. There, see? Right there. There's not really too much to be worrying about in this. It has its own set, its own pace. It's even got the equivalent to quote unquote Twitter Birdie, which is a lot of fun if I'm being honest. A lot of fun. Uh, See, even they have a music section, which if you want to put in music, you can, as long as it's not copyrighted. Let me get out of here. Spark, if you want to meet other people that are on the server, but you can't physically meet them, it has its local news, which is not really updated that frequently. Got Garage, which shows cars. maps, apps that you can download. When you first get into the server, most of these apps won't be on here. Like for example, Marketplace, that's gonna be on already. Crypto is gonna be on. Birdie, Insta, and Pages. That's gonna be all the apps that are already installed in your phone once you get in. The other things like Dark Chat, Music, Trendy, not Insta, Spark, all that you have to manually download it. It's not gonna be that big, that bad of a deal. It's got weather, it's got like photos, which you can do. I got some right here. So, like when I was first in here, first bike, storm, little locations, all that. And some funny stuff happened, I think like months ago previously. The old police chief, this was him. He got drunk at the casino, and it was just like a good time over there. And some chaos happens very frequently. You're able to meet people. Like this is a car meet I was at with my good friend Nest. This is the scene of one of the problems that we have in this state, mainly the murderers. Thankfully, these are just locals, so not real players. Got crafting, got some cool lighting. Another good friend of mine, courthouse with the local district attorney being weird. New drip, all that. Picture of my car after it got stolen and wrecked. As you can see, the headlights out and it's night. Crazy stuff happening every now and then. They got some really good textures. Like they remapped and remodeled the entirety of GTA to fit their prerogative, and they've changed Sandy. They changed Bolito. Well, they haven't really changed Bolito that much. They've added a few things. They've changed LS for this server. If you go into like the park of LS, it's gonna be completely different. You can see right there with the Ferris wheel or the amusement park and whatnot, it's completely changed. It's completely different. Even the location where this boat was, it was not there in the base game. It's not there online. It's everything that is to a point, to an extent, original to FiveM, original to GTA Enterprise. And that's one of the good things about this. If it's original, if it's neat, if it's clean, fresh ideas and whatnot, it's all going to be fun. Now, there are some things that aren't here as in the original server, like, or I should say server, original game like GTA Online. We don't have a military. We do have the NPCs for them, but they do nothing. We don't have police. The police are the players that opt for the job. We don't have regular taxi. We don't have um, regular entertainment and whatnot. All of that is modded and scheduled by the original moderators of this game, or not of this game, of this server and whatnot. So all of it, it's fresh, it's clean, it's all their idea, all their, it's all their uh, hard work and determination on it. And I forgot which, eh. Usually that ladder works. For whatever reason, it's not working right now. So dive. You even have, if you can see at the bottom left of my screen, you got your standard health, you got your stamina. You also have food and drink, so you got to make sure that you're always on top of food and drink. Otherwise, that is a way that you can be killed. And some rules on here. If you are down, then you gotta wait until a medic is in state. If there's no medic in state, then there is a option for like an AI medic. This is to not be used if you are doing like RP, like high level RP. But if it's like an accident, like oh you jumped off the pier, but you didn't realize your health was so low, or if you fall off a building, then you can use it as needed. And if you are down by a player X amount of times, like if you are down once, you can still talk to them, you still have your memory and whatnot. If you are down a second time, like you're already down and they go to finish you off with a blow to the head and whatnot, you have to wait until you wake up at the infirmary. And when that happens, you lose all memory of the last, I want to say, 30 ish hours, give or take some. Other than that, they can rifle through your pockets to get a set amount of stuff. It's not really. Ah, no, I don't want tuna. It's water, right? Yeah, water. There. Um. Oh, and another job feature. You just press whatever muscle you want. You got your jobs. I'm currently a bounty hunter, and it's still active. I was told this was taken off. You also have your mechanic, which I'm going back on duty for because I need to. But yeah, it's all gonna be job specific things, all world specific. If you want to do something different, you can. You just gotta make sure that it's within the realms of reality. Like this server is supposed to be as real as possible as it can be. Let's see. Is anyone? So police is still on. I don't know if this is just registered to me or to my other friend that is already on. You got Birdie, you got Chad Worthington, Zanette, which is who is a pretty good girl, a pretty chill girl. Like she's friends with every major player in this city. Anastasia, which is a cop that I'm not really. I don't want to say I'm beefing with her because it's not really beef. It's just part of the job and whatnot, and it's by the norm. Turbo party Turbo, cop being weird, like all of this, it's by the by, all of it. You also have marketplace to where you can go and get stuff like, oh, Greenwood Buffalo that's completely tricked out, a van that's custom, all of it. You also got pages for like good things and whatnot. All of this has its own time, its own place, its own deal. And I don't want to be walking to where you drop this off. So these are the vehicles that I have. This is currently not within this garage. It's at another place that I'm currently available to. But this is my Greenwood, fully tricked out, fully maxed engine, got my intake, spoiler, got custom grill, custom headlight, back window, all of it. And this goes fast. Let me get that off. This goes fast, like max speed. If I don't use NOS, which I haven't put into this vehicle yet, it goes like 150 if it's open road. But we do have road limits set in here. If you're going in like the city, it's gonna be under 40, and if you go on the highway, it's under 90 and whatnot. You can go over it. Just make sure no cops are in state if you do. It's a stop and go state, so you just go, you stop. And as you can see, that guy doesn't really care that a cop is in state. Probably going to rob some stuff. Let me open my map actually. Um, where is it? Oh, so right here, quarry and whatnot. All that's within the realm of possibilities. And if you're seeing that it's different from the regular regular graphics, I do have shaders on. I have a shader that's making it pop out more like neon lights and whatnot. You don't really have to play with that. I just do it because it helps build the immersion and whatnot. It's not really anything too different or nothing. It's just to help build the immersion. And other than that, it's not too hard. Like we have players in states that own bars, businesses, car dealerships, even, or even weapon dealerships. And I will show you a little preview of that is to come on the weapons aspect of it. Now, for most weapons, at least in this server, you get like a standard pistol. You can either steal it to buy it legally, or no, you can either steal it to own it, illegally, I should say, or you have to get in touch. Ah, excuse me. You have to get in touch with one of the police officers if they're in on duty in state at that time to get a temporary uh, weapons license, and then you go down to the court system that we have to get the actual license. Like it's bringing out the reality of this game as much as it can without breaking stuff, without being buggy and whatnot. There will be bugs from time to time, but nothing's perfect. Everything needs to be updated, everything. Other than that, it's not really anything different. Um, if you want to get straight into mining, then it's gonna be like, oh, a standard pickaxe costs like $1,000, and with the standard pickaxe, you can mine coal and only coal. Or if you want to get into heavy mining and get a mining drill, the one that I have, I made it, so I don't really have to pay for it. But a regular mining drill is going to be about 50,000, so 50K. And then there's a better variant of this, a laser drill, which can also be made if you have the tools and resources. That costs well over 100K, and it's not very easy to get money from here. Yes, you can rob ATMs if you get a crowbar. Excuse me. If you get a crowbar, and you can get a crowbar from the weapons shop, and you don't really need a license to own it. Or you can get a pipe wrench or a knife. Anything that's not a firearm, basically, you can get at a weapon shop. If you want a firearm, you need that license. If not, then you can craft it if you have the materials, if you have the schematics. Like all of this has to be in-game knowledge that you have to already have. Same thing can go for if you want to rob a store. If you want to rob a store, you need a specific lockpick, and it's an advanced lockpick that you need to rob a store with. I currently don't think I have one because I don't really have any need to rob a store. And for stores and ATMs, you have to wait until like a certain amount of cops are in state to even have access to it. My Forgive me if the stream is buggy and whatnot. It's something I have to deal with. But all of this has to be within the reality of being obtainable. And it is. You can get regular lockpicks for like breaking into cars if you don't want to break a window. Well, you can't break a window, but you can get regular lockpicks to get any local vehicle, and that's going for your standard, oh, spawn vehicle here, or truck, or heavy duty vehicle, all that. But for bikes and whatnot, depending on which bike you get, like say you get a dirt bike, you just have to wait until you find one. Or look, see, 62 mithril ore, 4,000. So this one, with this amount, it's not very efficient for the amount of time that it takes to get it. I usually go for adamantium, but I don't really have the time to find it. But boom, you get that, goes into, you have a leveling system. Like I said, you have to be level 15 to get both mithril, adamantium, and titanium. The best ones are adamantium and mithril. Titanium, it's plentiful, but it's not really worth that much. You get 150, you barely get 2 grand for it. Not very practical. Um, Coal, copper, iron, silver, all of that, it's within the quarry that I'm in. So it's within this area right here. This location right here, dumper rentals, you can get either a skid loader or a dump truck. This is where you do the ore selling. Right over here is when you first go to get the mining materials. So, like a mining shop, you go here to get it and nowhere else. You can also check to see like the scoreboard, Bob the miner, all that. Other than that, it's not really anything different. We do have a property over here that can be bought. We also have a player-owned business, the Vanilla Unicorn. Players can buy a convenience store for it. We have like a bank. We have other providences. They they sell speakers. They sell ingredients. Pawn shop over here somewhere. Oh, right here. Pawn shop right here. Property. We also got homes that we can go into and whatnot. But you need to make the bread. You need to make more bread than you're able to, generally. Other than that, nothing really different from most servers. If you go onto most servers, like we got a jeweler here for like jewelry and rings, watches, necklaces. Cafe Day is a own player business for like food and whatnot. We do have hospital. We do have hospitals and health insurance. We also got car insurance and refu- refuelers for like airplanes and whatnot. Pharmacy, like we got everything that we need. Once you start Opium Nights Motel, you automatically get a home here. So you don't really have to go out and buy a home. You just can say, "Hey, I live at the motel," and be done with it. We got restaurants, we got car rentals if you don't have enough scratch to buy a vehicle yourself, airplane garage, but I don't know ah, the statistics for like helicopters and airplanes and whatnot. You can't get any that spawn over here. I have a feeling they have yet to release that. These little blue flames, if you are a mechanic, so you can either be with Turbo's garage or Matsubishi Motors garage. You can be a mechanic for either of these, and these are NOS refueling stations. You have to have the NOS already, and your vehicle has to already have NOS in it for you to refuel and whatnot. And it's a time based thing. So if you mess up, you basically waste that entire NOS canister. But that's enough little details. Let's go show you the clubhouse for the Road Reapers. It's the original clubhouse, it's the main clubhouse for all of our legal activities, so to speak. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out. We bring no drama to that clubhouse because if that clubhouse gets made as like a den for miscreants and whatnot, then all of our progress, all of the group's progress from henceforth will be down the drain, basically. And this, yeah, I don't like this entrance because it's easy to raise it for like entering, but exiting it's a pain. So you just go off to the side. Cars will leave you well enough alone. They also got rid of the automatic car wash system of the original GTA, and there's a manual car system to where you have to manually put in money, grab the sprayer, and clean your car. Now, when more of us are online, I will live stream it and I will also make a video of it as well, just to show and basically build an episode catalog of our known dealings for this henceforth. That used to be a garage. It's no longer one. The player that owned it got rid of it, so I'm not too worried about it. We don't have very many police in state at a time, and we don't really have a working government system most of the time. But when we do, it's a very big thing. I will tell you one thing. We used we were supposed to have a court date for one of the notorious serial killers on the server. He goes by the name Randy Dandy, but unfortunately, he escaped and is currently at large. I do not know if they are tracking him down. I do not know if he plans on returning because it's always sporadic when he enters this server and whatnot. I was one of the main apprehenders of Randy Dandy and one of the victims of him. He is my dear friend. So what Randy Dandy does, he basically gets a person and he kills them and turns them into furniture. Yeah, come on, work. There we are. Enter. Lock this up. There we are. So he turns them into furniture and he displays them in his room at the Opium Night Motel. I was able to alert my friend and I grabbed another one of my people, basically my leader. Uh, Let me show you. Dexter Don, he was with me. We were doing a business transaction with one of the mafia of this server. I was able to fully warn my friend, and he was already iffy. Now, at that time, it's not really known what transpired, but he did get stabbed, unfortunately. Thankfully, we were able to get to him before he got killed and turned into furniture, which I have a feeling would have been a lamp. But I was one of the main shooters. I was me and a cop who was a partner to another cop that got stabbed by Randy Dandy were shooting at him, and we basically just downed him, and he was arrested. Now, unfortunately, the cops were not very well versed in the capture of Randy Dandy, and they allowed him to escape when they had him down at the lobby of the Opium Motel. So they had him like handcuffed, hands behind his back and whatnot. He got out of the handcuffs and escaped, and it was just a big mess from there on out. But this is our location. This used to be a little setup shop that we had for our vehicles, so we just changed it. It's now a bunker for our plan and whatnot. Like we had plans every which way, and it's a little safe house for our people. We have a vending machine. We even have this right here, which is a prop and whatnot. We have multiple TVs that, if you have a remote, it can be used. We have a pool table, little lounge area for if we have like a party and whatnot. Then back here, we have a area for even more parties with another TV. I'm usually the main drink manager, so like I go into the fridge right here, grab the drink, and give it to the person that wants it, and then just a good time, just a very good time. Back here, it's our little office. We have it to where we have a clothes for changing, we have a crafting bench, and like how I said, you have to have materials for crafting. Let me show you. So we on this one, it's utilities. We can create advanced regular lockpicks, which are better than the average lockpicks for cars. Body bags we can create, and we can either create the base body bag or the advanced body bag. We got gas masks, we got tools for other items, we got armor, we got regular iron pickaxe, which you need to buy from the mining vendor, but if you have this table and the schematic, you can build it yourself with just 4 iron ingots and two wooden planks. Planks you basically get by chopping down trees. We got an evil laser drill, or not evil, a regular laser drill, which, like I said, is about 100k. Regular lockpicks, which you can make from steel. The mining drill I was using, which takes a boatload of materials, and then more pickaxe. This one's better than the steel and iron. You're able to get a lot more, but you have to be at a certain level for that. That's it for utilities. We got some special evil laser drill. For this, you need to do some wacky stuff. You need a chicken gizzard, you need a criminal mind, and you need an enchanted jewel. This basically turns your character evil whenever it's used. You got your basic general, which is boosting tablets, which you use to like schedule races and whatnot. This one that I'm on right here that requires a criminal mind, it's for, oh, you get this car whenever it's here, you take it to this location and you sell it and you make a boatload of money. You can get an outfit bag racing, which just manages racers and whenever you want to set up stuff. You can get a radio, a repair kit, skateboard, a speaker, like all of it. And then you got your consumables, which we use. So bandages, duct tape, empty baggie for if you want to do some illegal business, and med kits, rolling paper, the works. So this is just a basic crafting, like basic crafting. I'm already level 12, as you can see. Over here, though, this one is a harder one to get. This is a science workbench, and it's different from the regular one, because on this one, you can do everything else, like a brain extractor. This is where you get the brains for most of the regular ones. You can clean any rusty nails with hydraulic acid, and you have to buy, or not buy this, you have to find this. You can find it in like garbage bins or off corpses and whatnot, and it cleans nails. Nails you use for creating stuff. You can create gunpowder from this one. You can wash springs for like pistols, like all of that. So this is where you get the main items for if you want to build like weapons or whatnot. This one over here is just our inventory. Is where you keep all of our stuff. So like all of our materials and whatnot. Transmission. Don't worry about the heads or the chickens and whatnot. But yeah, we get all of this and we turn it into stuff. Like we already got a boosting tablet and whatnot. But this is for our legal business. So like if cops come in here, it's just a regular thing. They don't have access to the inventory, so we don't have to worry about it. That does get changed regularly. Like nothing in there stays current. We make sure to keep it as legal as possible over here. And you also want to make sure to always lock your location and whatnot, because you can break into them if they're player owned. You can break into them, and it's a pain always having to make sure that everything is as you left it. Now I will go to the other location. This second location is for our less than legal but still legal business deals. But as I'm going to it, I will pass through the new and improved Sandy Shores. Someone did buy the Ace liquor. I don't know who, but it's always restocked. So that's another location to where we can go. But this is the new and improved Sandy Shores. We got a better motel instead of that crap one. We got bowling. We got a government owned a 24/7. So that's government owned. I don't know if it's working properly. Got a little courthouse, but we'd never use it. All of this, it's just cosmetics. Like the ones that you see on the location, that is what is able to be used. Like we got a fire brigade station, we got towing. This is the police station. It rarely gets used, but when it does, it's always something big. The mural. This is where I got my wallpaper. See right there. We got a new and improved hospital. And this hospital does work. You can get transported to it if you are down in Sandy Shores. Usually they use the one in the city more than the one in Sandy Shores, so we don't have to worry about that. Let me put that on. I don't want to get pulled over because I have a whole lot of stuff that's not legal on me. Um, this business right here, it's not available. You have to talk to a retailer. It's a player that basically builds it and authorizes it and whatnot. But other than that, it's not really for sale and not really of any use other than just being a quick getaway spot. Like you can hide a car there, it won't despawn. You can hide it there, use it for whatever, and then just go about your day if you want to get the cops off your back. Up here, this farm area is run by a rival gang called the O'Neills. Currently, there's only three of them. I don't know if that changed. I have been away for the past couple of months, but we are in some hot water with them. I don't know the details to an extent, but they are causing trouble for our business partner, which is the Niners. And what they did was basically go after one of their members, which is an ally of us that is protected by us. So they went after them, and it's not really that big of a deal. Like they went after him, but he was able to single-handedly fight them off because it's three against one, and they just have regular pistols that they had to get a licensing for. But it's regular. Um, we also have a clothing shop right here where you can go and change your character. But other than that, nothing much has changed prior to like the base GTA. And I know I'm scratching up my car. It's not a worry because, as I said, I'm a mechanic, so I'm able to. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So this right here, I can use it, fix up my ride, and it's completely free. And it's multiple uses, so it's not just relegated to that one. Why? Why did it? Okay. For whatever reason, cars in this server it loves to randomly lock for whatever reason. I do not know. I have not tried to fix it. But this is our other property that we have. Let me unlock it. Boom. Let me lock it again because I don't want anyone coming in here. But yeah, this is this. We have our little get together. This is where we plan our meetings. Like this is the main meeting club room. Like we got a bathroom right there. We got another bar which is fully used. Like ooh, thankfully I'm over here. So I can offload this. I want to keep the whiskey, but you can get jailed if you have that on you. I have my vehicle suspension, which I have to return actually. But yeah, we got a general gist. Now, Sergeant of Arms, it's basically what it stated. Um, you are making your crews ammunition. You're making their weapons. This is just a little storage area that I decided to show you. You're making your ammunition, you're making your weapons, every which way. And this was even worse to get. Let me tell you. We had to go to literally the end of the world or this world to get it. And it was a pain because it was not easy, but from here we can make our own ammo so we don't have to spend millions at the gun store to get it. So we can make our own ammunition and we don't really have to wait on like oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. We don't really have to go through those steps. Now, with this, it does come a problem because take a look. We need other materials that we can't craft here, so we have to go all the way back to the legal side and then craft them, then come all the way back here. But we can craft assault rifle or not assault rifle, ceramic pistol rounds. We can craft the regular rounds, and we can craft musket balls. And yes, there are muskets. And then for weapons, I don't have most of the blueprints on me, but like I said, we can assemble a musket, a broken bottle, ceramic pistol, gas, improve armor, even improvised armor, which is not that good, let me tell you. We can restore revolvers, switchblade, and vintage pistols. Now, when it comes to this safe, this is where we get the materials from it. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of relic revolvers and other stuff. Over here, though, is where we have our blueprints and our other items. I can see that this used to be a lot fuller with a whole bunch of weapons. I can see that they took most of it and probably transferred it to a place that I do not know of. I would have to ask. But other than that, nothing much is here right now for me to show you, unfortunately. But as you can see, I'm just changing up some stuff. I need to get rid of some stuff. But this is the general gist of this location. But I'm done showing you our locations and whatnot. I did say that I wasn't gonna show you too much of them to incriminate myself, but there's really nothing to incriminate of because we haven't done anything. Like this is a relatively new location, and they can't really use this as footage or anything. Oh, also this is my bike. Let me transfer it from the other. This is the bikes that we get. If you join the Road Reapers, you get access to the funds for it, and you're able to buy a standard bike and then mod it as you see fit. Obviously, this is modded to the max because I'm the one that modded it. And since I'm a mechanic at the place I work, I'm able to get like a half off deal on most of the stuff, so I don't have to worry about that too much. You do have to always keep your vehicle in top notch and buy gasoline for it, so no infinite gas. And this isn't just with vehicles you buy, it's also with vehicles that you steal. But be warned, you can't turn off the vehicles that you steal unless you steal the key with it. Um, with this, it's a pain because every time you go to put gasoline in your vehicle, if the engine is on, there's a 50% chance that it will explode the gas pump and you will be injured. You will either die from the explosion or you will um, just be injured and then like be bleeding out and whatnot until you get help. Either you get a bandage or you get medical help. Either one. Other than that, it's nothing much. But let's go ahead and take a little mosey on over into Los Santos. Let me go over here. I'll go to the general gist of where most players hang out. Um, I don't know if. Yep, police are still on. So this video is basically an introduction to PGN and what it has to offer. Mind you, this is not set in stone. It's gonna keep changing until either the developers feel like it's at a point to where it doesn't need to change, or to where the owners decide, know what, we changed enough. Let's have fun with what we have. And I'm all for the changes, really. Like they revamped the robbing system, they revamped the medical system, they revamped a whole lot of stuff from when it was basically released. Like it was bare bones. I wasn't there to when the server originally released, but I did hear snippets from the OG players that were. And it was nothing like how it is right now. Like you see this environment, you see how the AI reacts, you see how players can react once I find some. But you see all of this, and it was nothing. They basically had a sandbox version of the online GTA. They had to mod all of this. They had to import the scripts, import the visuals. They have to continuously update this. Like props to the development team, to those that have the funds to allow this, to those that even support it. Because if you go on to like Discord and whatnot, you are given the option to support the development of this, but you don't have to. It's not a necessity. So you can support this and just be one of the main supporters, like influence the decisions to a tad bit. It depends on like what rank you support and whatnot, but you can influence the choices. You can make suggestions. If they pass tech, they are implemented within a week's time, just to see how other players interact with it. And if it's doing well, if it's received positively, then it stays and it continuously gets updated. Like all of this, it's beautiful. I have nothing but the highest praise and respect for the developers, the mods, the owners, all of it. Even the players themselves. I have nothing but respect for them taking the time out of their day, playing this, making this, as to what it is. Like, it's truly incredible. Now, I will be streaming not Black Ops, Battlefield 6 within the current beta time. If my clock is correct, it should have already dropped. So I will be heading on over to stream, and hopefully I see some of you over there giving your support or just popping in to hang out and whatnot. If you do, props to you for putting up with what I will essentially be labeling as hot garbage, because I'm not a professional streamer. This will be the first live action video that I will be doing and the coming streams that will be coming. Hopefully I get to a point to where I'm comfortable with it, but it's never going to be that comfortable. I'm not setting the bar too high, I'm not setting it too low. I'm just being realistic. But hey, just check out the Twitch. If you want to show your support, you're you're allowed to. That's your right. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. If you want to support the other creators on the Twitch app, I will be linking those that I personally enjoy. And like I said, they're not telling me to say this, say that. No, then I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm saying it to generally appreciate the creators, the content makers, all of them. And I enjoy this like to a full extent, like all of it. Oh, and I will show you a quick little sneak peek of how you can get stuff less than legally in this server before I end this video. Um, but first, let me see if I can find some players. Oh, and if you don't own a garage, like a location like I just showed you, that throughout the city there are these little garages that are available to the public. I'll also go to the dealership where I first got my Greenwood. I will go over there and show what they offer and the prices for them. I want to make sure no cops see me because I don't want to get arrested today. But this is the new and improved park. I will also show the Bounty Hunters Association as well. But this is the park in its entirety, and they did an amazing job creating this. Like, you got the classic door that you can take a picture of or stand in front. You got a Make a Wish fountain that you can toss money into. You got coffee. They even have a working sewer system. Most of the here, hold on. Most of the photos that I have on my phone, on this phone at least, like where is it? This right here. This is the in-game Hobo King that they made, and it's a faction that you can join, and you're basically a beggar. It has tiers. I haven't joined it. My leader has, but you can get a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of money. This is the layout of it. But mind you that the layout of the tunnel system, it's very, very hard to traverse and whatnot. Like all of it, it's not that easy to actively traverse, but it's fun to like take a quick peek. You can get less than legal stuff from there. You can also get other things. But yeah, this is all pretty interesting. You even got like a sewer system right over there, but it's not connected to the main one. Got crisp, clear water, everything. And this is not the shaders, mind you. This is how it looks without shaders. Most things look the same with shaders and without shaders, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference. I have my shaders activated, so I can't really change it. But all of this, it's completely like you got movable dogs, you got tennis balls, you even have yoga. And if you see the little brain icon at the bottom left that just popped up, that is your sanity. If you don't have the correct amount of sanity and whatnot, things tend to happen. And just from that, um, like let's say you're driving, you weave in between traffic often, that level will increase. Or you're shooting a gun, it will increase. Whether you're shooting it at a person, at a animal, or even just off in the distance, if you're shooting it, it will increase your sanity. You take what are these chill pills that are purchasable at any grocery store and whatnot. You take them, and it reduces your sanity, or you can get a pack of cigarettes with a lighter. You have to have a lighter. You smoke one, and it reduces a whole bunch of sanity depending on how long you puff it. Yoga is another way that you can reduce sanity, or you can just slowly, slowly wait for it to go down. It will go down over time, but it's agonizing slow, so it's not very good. Like you can see that they changed they this originally didn't look like this. They changed a whole lot. They used to have high walls to where no one can scale the wall and get in. They also had like a perimeter and locks and whatnot. They changed most of it. I don't know if they kept it or whatnot, but yeah, I need to change my job. But I don't know if they kept most of the features and whatnot, but they did change it. This is the bottom dollar bail enforcement. Currently, it's only me and one other person that is active as bounty hunters. I don't know if they're gonna introduce more bounty hunters or not. But if you play GTA Online, it's basically the place that you can buy there. You don't get no access to multiple people. Like this room does not work yet, anyway. Like I said, changes will be made. I don't know if they're gonna keep bail bounty hunters or not. You are even equipped once you clock in, or not once you clock in. Where is it? Duty roster. Where's the duty? Right here. So you can do the job through the whitelist civilian category, but it's not going to give you anything. Or you can come in here once you are on duty and you get a taser. Unfortunately, this taser only works on the person that has a wanted level. So if you use it on someone that is not wanted, it won't work. Um, but yeah, other than that, it's base. You have to have a like I don't know the specifics for it, but you have to have a police chief or a judge grant you access to it, and you have to have no crime on your record in the database. You have to have no crime. If you have crime, you won't become a bounty hunter. You can try and go to a judge, get it appealed, but it's not going to do much in terms of regular things. If your crime is substantial, like say you're a mass murderer and you've been convicted, like you've done prison time, it's not going to be easy to revoke that off your record. Or let's even say that you have what is it? You have robbed and or killed multiple police units. For that, you are automatically not going to be able to get any law enforcement job. They do not want you in law enforcement because then you'll know the system. You'll try to cheat the system, like all of that. They take real life scenarios and bring them to life in this server. And with that, it's kind of hard to do stuff if you want to do, like, let's say, oh, you want to be a detective. Well, first you got to start out as a recruit, and then you got to work your way up based on the amount of missions and or calls that you are assigned or you go to. If you just try to jump straight into the detective role, it's not going to work. It's basically going to be like, hey, you can't do this. You have one warning. If you go past that one warning, you will be fired, basically. But let me go ahead and show you how they have the different um, vehicles. Now, usually, if you come in here, you'll see a whole bunch of vehicles. Once you get into this premises, they're going to despawn. So you go to your showroom, you have different like categories. And this isn't the only dealership. You have this one, then you have another one that's over in Vinewood for like luxury cars or high end cars, and then you have another one that's over in Polito for like off road and all that. But sedans, if you want an Emperor, it's not 5,000, 6,000. If you want an Albany, like all of this is real world figuratives for these type of cars and whatnot, like limos. The limo one is new, as well as the Stanford. So they upgraded some of their car selections. Compacts, you got your little Beetle, or what is equivalently not Beetle. I say clown car because that's basically what it is. You got your flatbed, little booster truck, which appears to have like bad muffler and whatnot, bad exhaust. Then you got your little cube cars. You got your coupes, which are just high-end speed cars that are affordable to the average man. This one, it's different. It was not always like this. They changed it. You got your Karen Sigma. You got your Felon GT. Then you go down to muscles. You got your Buccaneer, which can be a lowrider if you mod it. You got your Albany Manta Custom, which can be modded as well. All of these can be modded if you go to a garage and you're either working for the garage or you can pay them. Depending on the garage, the pay can be average between 4 grand, depending on the car and the upgrades you want, because we gotta pay a supplier tax as well. You got your gauntlet. Okay, so classic gauntlet. You got your more modern gauntlet, classic custom, my Greenwood, which I didn't get this one per se. I think I got a different one, but you got your Greenwood. You got your drift car, which it looks modded. It's not. It's not. It's not modded. It's gonna be engine level one, brakes, street brakes, exhaust, stuff like that. You got your Turbo, which is not a bad card in my opinion. Your Tornado, your Tulip, like all of these, they're all base what they have to be. Like you got your ASP Dominator, your GTT, your Vapid LE, your Impaler, and your Falcon. And then once you go to SUVs, you got your classic SUVs. So you got Jimmy's SUV right here, or I don't really remember which one was Jim. I think it was this one. You got your different ones and all that. So like as I said, each dealership is gonna be different, and each one will have its own different prices, its own different vehicles and whatnot. But yeah, that's this little intro to GTA Enterprise. I didn't see any players I wanted. I was at least hoping I would see one, but I don't know where they are. Unlike most, so see, police are no longer online. Unlike most servers, you don't have blimps on here, so you're not able to identify where a player is unless you are a moderator, admin, or owner. So stuff like that. But I hope you all enjoy this. As I said, as I upload this video, I will be leaving the links to the owners of this and the other servers. Their YouTube channels, they are heavily inspired by GTA, but they're not defined by GTA, if you get what I'm trying to say. You can support them, you can check out their vids at your own leisure. As I also stated previously in this video, they did not pay me to like say this, to promote this. I'm doing this purely by myself of my own volition, and I enjoy it 100%. So yeah, I thank you for joining me in this video, and hopefully you will join me for the many more to come and watch this channel and the community that I'm trying to build grow. So that's it for this. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.